At this time, Steve Kornacki is joining us, NBC's national political correspondent. He's the data guy. He's got the map. He's got all the numbers. So, Steve, what are you seeing right now when you look at Virginia?
Yeah, well, I mean, probably doesn't take a degree in data science to tell you I see a close race. I'm seeing what I'm sure you are, too. But this is the average of all the polls in Virginia right now. Terry McAuliffe leading in the average, but it's barely a point. We've seen a couple in the last 24 hours that have it dead even. So the trend here has been more and more towards a toss-up race heading into the final week. And, of course, there's this trend in Virginia we can show you in modern times here. Every Virginia gubernatorial election, almost, I should say, every Virginia gubernatorial election in the modern era, the winner of the Virginia governor's race has come from the opposite party of the president. That's what you're seeing here. If you control the White House in all but one modern Virginia governor's race, if you control the White House, you've lost the Virginia governorship. The only exception was 2013. The president was Barack Obama, a Democrat, and the governor of Virginia, the winner of that election, was a Democrat, Terry McAuliffe.
All right, so right now, then, that trend would favor Youngkin, obviously. When we look at our particular part of Virginia, central, southwest, south side Virginia, on in towards Lynchburg, what do you see happening there? What has to happen? And is there any way that our part of Virginia swings this race?
Yeah, a couple of ways to look at it. The short answer is yes. In a race this close, really, as the cliche of any vote can count. But, yeah, what's key here, let's look at it from this standpoint. If you're Glenn Youngkin and you're looking at your neck of the woods, you want just about everything here to be red. It's almost all red right now, but you could do better. This is the Trump-Biden race from 2020. You see, like Montgomery County, Biden was able to win by 6 points. If you're Youngkin, you want to be winning there. If you look at the city of Roanoke, that's probably one that's going to stay blue. But if you look over in Lynchburg, Biden flipped Lynchburg. If you're Youngkin, you want to flip that back. You want to be making inroads in places where Joe Biden had success in 2020. And if you look at sort of more red bastions here, if you're Youngkin, it's not just winning them. Look at like a Franklin County. You want to be matching that Trump number. You want to get the same level of enthusiasm, the same surge of support, maximize everything you can get out of a place like that.
And it seems like the whole state seems to swing on northern Virginia. Do you see any change there coming?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big wild card in this. Northern Virginia, obviously, the biggest reason Virginia's gone blue in the last decade or two. But here's a question. Northern Virginia can be blue if your Youngkin's campaign, you just don't want it to be as deep a shade of blue as it's been. So here's a great example. Loudoun County, you know, D.C. suburbs, D.C. exurbs, yeah, big county. Look at this. Biden won it by 25 points last year over Trump. If you're Youngkin, you're not trying to win Loudoun County. But if you can keep that margin down to, say, 12 points, 10 points, something like that, if you can cut into that margin that Joe Biden got in a place like Loudoun County, that can make a big difference statewide. So the Youngkin campaign is trying to limit its losses in Northern Virginia, and then it's really trying to maximize its strengths in Southwest Virginia and Shenandoah Valley, Southside, places like that. Maximize the strength there, minimize the losses there. It's certainly possible they could overcome that Democratic advantage in the state.
Steve Kornacki, thank you very much.